Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the point guard position. 5 on the clock. Here's Musa. Counted from distance.
And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Now here's Edwards. Here we go, one-on-one. Pass to Garuba. Here he goes. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And the shot's good. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Musa from downtown. The shot off that time.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Here's Deck. Pass to Campazzo. Here's Musa. Three-pointer. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Hits the three-pointer. He's got 5.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Lets it fly from 18, and it's in, off the glass.
Great to see players still working the in-between areas. There wasn't much resistance defensively.
Lets it go from deep. And his first miss of the night. Now 2 of 3. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Launches it. Gets the 3 to fall.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Deck. Fires for 3. That one is off. Pass to De Silva. And that one is hammered home.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Here's Musa. Give him 8 points now. Fires from deep. He drops it from range. 11 points in the game.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Fires the 3. Knocks it down from distance.
So far, he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And there's the screen. Shoots a fadeaway. Doesn't go that time.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
There's the triple. No good. 3 for 6 shooting in this game. Four seconds left. The shot won't fall. And that does it for the first quarter. Up by 5. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down. Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Pass to Ibaka. There's the 3. Offensive board to the wing, right side. And here they come. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Oh, that's great basketball. Denying them on one end while grabbing points on the other.
Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Six to shoot. From deep. Knocks down the triple.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Hezonja. Still no points. To halt the run. Counted.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
And it's off from three-point range. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Ibaka, good.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Lets the 3 fly. Drains the triple. 6 points for him.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Ibaka. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. On Wednesday, and then on Saturday, there's the drive, and it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Here's Hezonja. Uses the glass on the layup.
In the NBA, you let anyone shoot inside 5 feet, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
There's a minute 47 left in the second quarter. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Down to 5 on the shot clock. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He misses the free throw. Good on the second one. We've got 1:23 left to play in the second quarter. Pure from three-point range. 11 points in the game.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts. Ibaka's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. It's rebounded by Ibaka. "40 seconds left in the first half of this game. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good. Ibaka's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. And the 3 off target. A tight game here in Utah. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Yep, that one's good. Ibaka's got 10 points.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
To the inside. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Leading by a point. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Guys, how about our winner from the Western Conference?
When it comes to running the offense, he's been exceptional, making smart play calls and setting the tempo.
He is definitely the leader they need him.
The bench has stepped up to where I could see a couple of those guys closing out this game.
Yeah, we'll see how the second half goes, but they may have earned.
And that's it for halftime.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. With the floater and the layup good by Edwards. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Musa in at the 2. Pass to Garuba. Here's Musa. Launches a 3. That one's off. He's 4 for 9. Right side Edwards. Wide open. Buries the jump shot. Edwards got 4 points this quarter. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Deck in at the 3. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Musa. Hits the trifecta. 14 points for him. Deflects the pass, and that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Pass to De Silva. 5 to shoot. It's Edwards on the wing. From about 19. Misses off the left iron.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the 1. And here's the fast break. And that one is stuffed right through.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Here's Musa. 14 points for him. Pass to Garuba. 19-footer, and they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
The three. Gets the three ball to go.
On fire to start the second half. 4-5 from the field.
Here's Musa. Out left to the wing. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. The three is up. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
So it's the home team now. The lead is 2.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Now here's Edwards. He's closely guarded. Lays it up and banks it in. Edwards got his third basket on the night right there.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Deck. Here's Musa. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Takes the three. Drills it from deep. 11 points in the game.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
54 seconds left in the third quarter. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And they're pushing it up. Here's Hazonia. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. The shot. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Musa. He's got 21. Fires in the triple. He's got 24.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. They're up by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. To take the lead, Hazonia gets the bucket. Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Musa in at the 2 guard.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Pass to Garuba. Here's Musa. Just 5 on the clock. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Substitution for your home team. Number 22, Giffey.
60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Nails it from beyond the arc.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
From behind the arc. On target from range.
Boy, the points really accumulating from three-point range. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he seems to only be getting better.
It's stolen. Over to the left wing. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Here's Hazonia. Clock at 6. Nails the baby hook.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Over to the wing. They set the pick. The 3 ball. It's kept alive. Left side, Booker. Three-pointer. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
He's done so much damage from beyond the arc, and he's still hitting those big shots.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range. Remarkable.
Campazzo, the pass to Garuba. Here's Musa. From deep three-point land. Not going to go that time. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Pass to Booker. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Jacks up a 3. He's off on that one. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Ibaka for 3. Can't get it to go. His second miss in 6 tries. Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer.
That 3's off the mark. Drives to the hoop. And the jam by Ibaka.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
Nicely done. Without much separating these teams, that's when you have to make good at the line.
To the left wing. 43 seconds left in the fourth. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that brings him within 2 here.
They've got to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Puts up a 3. No good.
Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
Here's Deck. Oh, he buried the 3.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Outside for Booker. The three. And he drills the triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And the visitors call time here. What's the best strategy for them?
A chance to tie it up here.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
There's 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Musa. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory.
It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Larkin out there with Thompson. And in Smits in at the power forward.
Well, that's a very early foul for him. Needs to be more careful and not pick up a second one this quarter.
The three-pointer is right on target.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. There's a good screen. Pass to Larkin. To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a three. That shot missing. Out left to the wing. Giffey. His three-pointer's off the mark. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Smits, good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Giffey, he's covered by Thompson. Giffey, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Thompson outside. There's the three. A putback. Pass to Nora. Larkin looking it over. Here's the screen. Here's Poirier. It's blocked, and he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you got to love that energy.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Puts it up. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Here's Larkin. Here's Smits. Pass to Larkin. Just 5 to shoot. The tray. No good on that one. To stop the drought. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Thompson passes to Poirier. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Larkin. Three-pointer. That doesn't go, and he's 0-1 from the field.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Here's Nora.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Second team foul.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. For the three, it's good from long range.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
They set the pick. Giffey. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. 6 points for him.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Pass to De Silva. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The visitors on defense. And it's all evened up.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Thompson surveying the floor. Offline with his three.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
To the right side. Pass to De Silva. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Nora. That one's off. Still out of sync. Nora has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. It could go. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And so the first quarter is in the books. They lead by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Willis is out there with Johnson. Then it's Bryant. And it's Oturu in at the 5 spot. Good on the triple.
Well, that's basically a warm-up three for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Beaubois for 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. Bryant defending. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Out to the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Kicks it out to Booker. That 3 off the mark. Now here's Bryant. Defense is right there. Pass to Johnson. There's a screen. Fires top of the key. And it falls over the rim and in. Johnson's got his first points of the night. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Connects from 3-point range.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Here's the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
On the wing, Booker drills it from outside.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Booker's gone 1 of 2, shooting from 3. Beaubois against Edwards. And Beaubois kicks to Willis. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Defended by Bryant. Beyond the arc. No good there. Shoots the 3. Here's Oturu. Misses from short range.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Defended by Bryant. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Bryant. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Knocks down the 3 ball. 9 points in the game so far.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Outside, Willis. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pulls it from the elbow. Good. And the nice assist from Willis. And it's 7 points for Johnson.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Defended by Bryant. Launches a 3. Oturu with the rebound. Outside Bryant. Pass to Willis. They set the pick. Takes a 3. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Left side, Beaubois. For 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Willis has got 6 here in this quarter.
And there aren't many players more reliable from 3-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Pass to Oturu. There's the pick. The shake. Willis, the pass to Oturu. Here's Beaubois. Three-pointer, Willis. Unable to get that one. And so that's the end of the first half. Up 6. And we'll be back with you right after this.
The visiting team, 25.
Tip-off is 10:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Pacific.
These teams are well matched. It's going to be anyone's game.
And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the home team.
Their effort on the offensive.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. There's the screen. Pass to De Silva. Giffey, he's covered by Thompson. 6 to shoot. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. We've got Larkin. He's out there with Thompson, and it's Poirier in at the 5, roaming the paint. Thompson's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Giffey, a three-pointer off the mark.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Thompson misses.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end, just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Thompson with the rebound.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Three-pointer. That one, no good. Wara's gone 1 of 4 from distance. Giffey sinks the three-pointer. 9 points in the game so far.
All right, they got one on the board in the second half. Now you want to see more shots start to drop.
Pass to Poirier. Here's Smits. Here's Larkin. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Larkin's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Mora, the pass to Smits. And here's Thompson. Pass to Smits. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
So the wing on the left. Giffey traps in the tray.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of them.
Mora, that's good.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Giffey tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Pass to Smits. Shoots it. Doesn't go that time.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Here's De Silva. The 3 ball. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Da Silva's got his second bucket tonight. Da Silva's gone 2 for 3 from deep. Jacks up a 3. Larkin can't get it to go. We've got 1:13 left here in the third quarter. To the middle. Giffey drops one in from the wing. 14 points for him.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Thompson from long range. He can't hit that time.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Over to the left wing. To the paint. Right wing. He's covered by Thompson. Launches it from deep. Poirier grabs the miss. Poirier's got 7 rebounds in the game. Cuts off the pass. And we've reached the end of the third. Up 9. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. We've got Johnson, also Willis out there. And it's Beaubois in at the point.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
He's guarded by Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Beaubois pulls it in. Bryant looking around. Lets the 3 fly. Good, and the nice assist from Willis. Bryant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Bryant's gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. Out to the right wing. Fires for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Drills the three-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Got that one up quick. 20 points for him.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
It's Beaubois on the wing. Edwards defending. Beaubois against Edwards. Outside Bryant. Fires from 14, and that's good for 2. Bryant's got 8 here in the quarter.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
From downtown, buries the long-range jumper.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Willis against Booker. Launches it. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Defended by Bryant. This one for 3. Kept alive. Beaubois against Edwards. Three-pointer, Willis. Tries to save it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker.
Substitution on the court.
1:49 left in the fourth. Johnson for three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. From deep three-point territory. The three. Warrod grabs the board. Willis the pass to Bryant. Here's Nora. And here's Johnson outside. Can't hit that one. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
They get it back. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's up a 3. He can't get it to go. Outside Bryant. Willis. And it's Willis finishing it off. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He's covered by Bobois. Booker outside. Booker is screen on Bobois. It's stolen by Bobois. Here's the break. And here's Bryant for 3. The shot will not fall. To the inside. And it's going to go the other way.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
It's just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Snatched up. Fires from way outside. He's off on that one. And so they get the victory here at home. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think.
A festive atmosphere inside the building as we bring you Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Musa. And he dunks it down.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. That's good by Thompson.
High percentage look right off the bat.
Here's Musa, defended by Thompson. There's the three. And no good. And here's the fast break. It's picked off. Here's Deck. Pass to Garuba. Puts up a three. Buries it from three.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. The three from Thompson. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Musa. There's the triple. Drops in the three.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Here's Poirier. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Deck can't hit. Thompson scanning the floor. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And they're running. Here's Larkin. Connects from downtown.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Here's Musa, defended by Thompson. Pass to Deck. Here's Musa, driving inside. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 5.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Garuba. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
1:56 left to play in the first quarter.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Deck attacking. Here's Garuba. Poirier with the rebound. Thompson left side. And a nice finish on the layup. Thompson's got 9. Thompson's gone 80% from the field. 4 of 5 shooting. From the arc. Musa, good.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Oh, powered down with both hands.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. And 1:01 left to play in the first. Here's Deck. Off the mark there with a 3.
Home team foul. Campazzo. First personal foul. First team foul.
The 3 from Thompson. No luck on that one. Down low. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Here's Smits. Sinks it from distance.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
Here's Deck. He's scoreless. Garuba. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Here's Larkin. This one for 3. Garuba with a rebound. Here's Campazzo. No good on the buzzer beater. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Up by 3. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, they've really been racking up 3-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Bobois. He gets it in there.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Pass to Ibaka. The teardrop, and it's good on the layup.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Here's Bobois. And the basket is good. It's a neck-and-neck game in Miami. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Screen by Ibaka. Oh my, came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
There's a screen. Here's Bobois. No good from outside.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
To the left side wing. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. And that one's good. Johnson against Ibaka. Johnson passes to Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Driving in. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And it's Willis missing. Pass to Azonia. Now Ibaka. The 3 is up. Knocks down the long J. Ibaka's got 5 points in the quarter.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Here's the three. The rebound by Willis. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Let's go with a three. And Azonia pulls it down. Covered by Bryant. Pass to Ibaka. And the jam by Ibaka.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Beaubois. Off target with the three. There's a minute 54 left in the second. Azonia gets the bucket.
Ooh, they've been on fire from deep this quarter. Their percentage has been rising and rising.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And there's a minute 45 left in the second. Here's Beaubois.
Shooting threes hasn't done them much good. They may want to revise their strategy. Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Ibaka against Johnson. Now here's Ibaka. He's covered closely. Just 4 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. Rebounded by Johnson. Here's Willis. Off with the layup. Pass to Azonia. Out to the wing. Fires the three. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Ibaka against Johnson. Launches a three. And Bryant pulls it down. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Here's Willis. Nails it from three. Willis has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Now Ibaka. He's got 7. Here's Azonia. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good. It's both from the stripe. Takes a three. Smits can't get it to go. And we finished off 1 half of play. Up by 12. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Welcome, one and all.
Well, I think for the home team, right now a lot of teams are still figuring things out, shuffling rotations, and players are trying to get their...
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the visiting team. That does it for halftime.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Deck in at the 3 spot. Here's Musa, fires for 3, and the three-pointer goes. He's got 11.
Now the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
Knocks down the triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Deck, that's good.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Here's Thompson. Ooh, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Here's Musa. He buries it from 3.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
The 3 is up. Here's Larkin. 6 points for him. No good on the 3. Pass to Deck. Got it. Good job in the low post. Deck's gotten 4 this quarter.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
Here's Garuba. Here's Musa. He's got 14. 3-pointer, no good.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Now here's Thompson from outside the arc. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
No good with the triple. Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past.
You know, a guy with that size from the downtown three-point area, no chance for a defender to alter that shot.
Larkin, no good.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Here's Musa. The three-pointer off the mark.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
They get it again. Great positioning on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Larkin, no good.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
The 3. Nora grabs the board.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Thompson driving to the basket.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Here's Musa, defended by Thompson. Musa, no good. Beyond the arc. Garuba with a rebound. Garuba's got his 5th rebound in this one. Back to Campazzo. Deck passes to Garuba. For 3. Hits a 3-pointer. Garuba's got 11 points.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Oh, Thompson from deep three-point land. That doesn't go either for Thompson. Thompson's gone just 2 of 8 from beyond the arc. Here's Musa. Sends it home from three-point land. 22 points for him.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Larkin. He has 6. Lets the 3 fly. Gets the 3 ball to go. 9 points in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And we'll be back with you. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the 1. Garuba, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Willis. Drills it from deep.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Screen by Ibaka. Here's Musa. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Takes the 3. And Azonia pulls it down.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Now here's Ibaka. Defense is right there. To the paint. Just 5 to shoot. That one's good for 2.
Rock the baby. Working the size advantage inside.
Fires the 3. And it's Willis missing. Willis has gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. Here's Azonia. Sinks it from distance.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Musa, no good. And here comes the break. Pass to Johnson. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now. Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
And he lobs it up. And there's the turnover. Pasko's out of bounds.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Bobois. And the NBA has regular season games outside the U.S., all over the world. How important is that, Grant?
It's so important, B.A. I mean, basketball has become a global sport. And just look at the recent MVPs. They're mostly international players. So playing games in those countries has helped the game grow all over the world.
Ibaka's shot is off. Ibaka's gone 1 for 4 from distance. Willis. Off target from three-point range.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Whew.
And here's Bryant outside. Drains the triple.
And just sinks it over the taller defender. That's why you have to crowd shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Garuba. Here's Musa. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 25 points in the game.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost them 3.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. On the wing, Bryant. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Ibaka's got rebound number 5 here tonight. They double him with Bryant. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Pass to Garuba. Three-pointer. The rebound by Willis. There's 53 seconds left in the game. From deep three-point range, tips it, controls the rebound and the putback. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Garuba passes to Campazzo. Pass to Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. from deep three-point land. No good that time. Here's Beaubois. And Azonia pulls it down. Fires from way outside. Good. And so the home crowd treated to a win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight. And the
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. From outside the arc, and the three ball is good.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Here's Garuba. They set the pick. The layup off target. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young. Coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Musa. Pass to Tavares. Here's Garuba. Clock at 6. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Giffey. Oh, good with the triple. One-on-one here. Here's Deck. Power down with both hands.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. He can't get that one.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first man.
To the left side wing. Pass to Tavares. Here's Deck. From about 19 feet. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And nothing is falling for him right now. It's a 9-point spread. Here's Garuba. Over to the left wing. Here's Musa. 20 feet out. It's hauled in by Edwards. Giffey, and he drives in, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that ends the struggle. You can feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And the first one drops. Good on both.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
.146 left to play in the first. Here's Musa. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Assist from Da Silva.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Da Silva. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Here's Musa. They set the screen. Pass to Deck. Here's Musa. Shot clock at 6. Here's Garuba. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
He wasted no time on that one. 5 points in the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Musa. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Buries it from three-point range. Musa's got 6 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Garuba. Here's Tavares. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And he trains the three, but let's see, they may need
2 minutes to review the play.
They're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation. What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
And Pasko slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Inside, and that one is stuffed right through.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Booker outside. Out to the right wing. From past the arc. Good on the three-point shot. 6 points for him.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Second quarter of action, about 1.5 minutes played. Pass to Ibaka. From the wing. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Into the lineup for the home team, number 23.
And that one is good.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Out left to the wing. Here's Huey. It's Herzonia in the corner. Doesn't get the finger roll.
Just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Ibaka. 5 on the clock. Booker pulls it in. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
A rebound by Herzonia. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Booker pulls it in.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Hands it from downtown. 5 points in the game.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Lasagna, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. 1:29 left in the second quarter. Puts up a deep three. Wow, through the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
At the line for the away team, number 13, taking 3 shots.
And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. 1:25 left now here in the second. Pass to Ibaka. Back to Hazonia. And it's blocked.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes...
Oh, wow!
That is powerful.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Ibaka against Booker. From deep. Ibaka, no luck.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Booker. Sinks the triple.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Basket counts. Huey's got his first 2 points of the night.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Home team foul. Huey. 3rd personal foul. 3rd team foul.
The first free throw is good.
The away team, number 53. 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 11 seconds left to play in the first half. And he makes good on the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Up in time. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. They lead by 12. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
You have to ask yourself, how much better can they play? Good decision-making, they made shots. That's very impressive, man.
And
Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
you take a look at the home team.
Thanks for spending half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And it's Campazzo in at the point guard position. Stripped away. Pushing it up. Here's Deck. And he dunks it down.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Lucic with the drive. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's Musa. 6 points for him. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Down low, 5 to shoot. Yes, that goes in. Tavares has got his second bucket of the night.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Fast break points aside, they've had a tough time offensively.
Yeah, trust is what they're missing, guys. You've got to keep moving the ball and shoot with confidence. Ultimately, things will happen well when you play together. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
There's the pick from the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Moose's got 9 points.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
First personal foul, first team foul.
The first one falls.
At the line for the away team, number 22.
And so he makes both from the line.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Lets it go from deep. No good. Shot missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
You know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. Here's Campazzo. Edwards defending. Here's Musa. Trains the three-pointer. He's got 12.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Pass to De Silva. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 5. Another shot. There's the triple. The shot, no good. Here's Deck. Edwards defending. And he commits the intentional foul.
Edwards, second personal foul, first team foul.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Musa. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Musa's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
Pass to Garuba. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
There's 48 seconds left in the third. Here's Deck.
They've been more turnover prone here tonight. Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Substitution on the court.
Good. He's got 7. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Here's Garuba, defended by Booker. Garuba the pass to Campazzo. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Pass to Musa. The 3. Here's Tavares. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Tavares has got 8 points.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work in the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. They lead by And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And it's been a
Nice finish. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Fires from deep. Booker pulls it in.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Over to the wing. And it's off from three-point range. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Musa. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
Takes a three. That one falls through. It's his sixth make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
They set the screen. Jacks up a three. It's not going to go for him.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Timeout, timeout. Marty.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well during the break I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. Now he wants his team to stop playing it safe. He said we've got this lead by doing what we do, and we can keep it if we don't get too cautious. Play our game. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Booker outside. No good on the three. From downtown, the shot missing. And stolen by Hazonia. And they're on the break, on up the court. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game, guys. No doubt about it. I'm sensing a major momentum swing here after that steal and run out.
Fires for three. That's it. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here's Musa. A second chance effort, and it's blocked.
Musa. First personal foul. First team foul.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter of this one. They get it back. Puts up a three. Nailed from three-point land.
3 points.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain. When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
From deep three-point land, Musa grabs the miss. Left side, Ibaka launches a three. Drills it from outside. Ibaka's got 5 points in the quarter.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh yeah, you're done.
1:02 left to play here in the fourth.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game because this one looks a bit out of reach.
Fires away from way outside. From deep three-point territory. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Boy, that was a big shot.
And stunned silence, guys. That's the atmosphere in here after that shot.
Here's Garuba and the powerful one-handed slam. And we'll go the other way.
Okay, let's say that was an odd play. You don't see misconnections like that too often.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
The three, up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
Thursday evening to you folks. Hope you're ready for some NBA action here on 2K Sports. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to De Silva. Three-pointer. Drops in the three.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Larkin. Here's Smits. Jacks up a three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
From deep. Connects from downtown.
That's a shot he's gonna bury, especially when left open.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Larkin, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Pass to De Silva. From outside, off the mark. Thompson with it. The 3 ball. No good there. 4-3. Kept alive. From deep. That one no good.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. They swipe it. Pass to De Silva. Launches it. Knocks down the long J. 6 points for him.
Shrugging off good defense. I like the aggressiveness.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Lets it go. Thompson, no good.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Hits the trifecta.
3.
Here's Nora. Nora. It's good on the putback. Lets it go from deep. No luck on that one.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Hey, I don't care what he lacks in height. You have to box him out. He's got a nose for the ball, and he's fearless pounding the glass.
3-pointer off the mark. Here's the break. The 3 from Thompson. Smits passes to Larkin. Fires from deep. That shot off.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And there it is for him.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Thompson scanning the floor. Pass to Larkin. Oh, deflected. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's De Silva. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. From downtown, knocks it down from distance. 12 points for him.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Larkin no good. Larkin's gone 1 for 4 from the field. Defended by Thompson. This one for 3. Fires in the triple.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
It's good on the putback.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable. Gets the 3 to fall.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
They've got Johnson, and it's Poirier in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The 3 is up. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
They get the rebound. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
And there's a pick. Pass to Booker. Covered by Bryant. Booker with a screen on Bryant. No good on the triple. It's a one-on-one situation. Edwards pulls it in. But Grant, it's obvious who's been in control of this game.
You know, you really have to appreciate their relentlessness.
Johnson for three. Can't hit that one. Covered by Bryant. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Outside Booker. Lets the three fly. Fires for three. Ooh, tough possession there. They stayed with it. Just couldn't make the shot. And here's Bryant outside. He can't get it to go. It's a one-on-one situation. They get it back. Right wing. Second chance shot. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. 5 points in the game.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Second chance effort. And another shot. Here's Johnson. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Puts up a three. Counted from distance.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Edwards. Three-pointer. The shot misses.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
He drops it from range. Boba has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. 1:19 left in the second period. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
To the right side. Here's Willis. Tipped. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Boba. No good on the quick three. Covered by Bryant. 50 seconds left in the first half. Beyond the arc. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the three.
Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Three-pointer. Sinks the tray. He's got 18.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
Here's Boba. He's got 5. Outside Johnson. Here's Boba. Fires the three. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Up by 16. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Please direct your
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on...
Taking a look at the visitors, you expect this game to go down to the wire, and if it does, it'll be good for the coaches to see.
And moving on now to that first half. Tough sledding so far for the home team.
Their perimeter.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Pass to De Silva. To the wing on the left. There's a screen. Defended by Thompson. 5 on the clock. The three. Nora grabs the board. For the finish. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You take a look at the home team, not a bad place to be, holding on to that number 2 spot.
When I look at this visiting team, they're fighting their way up into a higher position, trying to put those early season issues behind them and get where they believe they belong.
A deep three. And it's Smits with a rebound. Smits has got his 6th rebound on the night. And here's Thompson for 3. For 3. Buries it from 3. Thompson's got 5 now.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Defended by Thompson. Stripped away. Here's Larkin. They grab their own miss. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. On target from range. Give him 8 points now.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is you got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Good on the shot.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
They set a pick. Fires from deep. Poirier with the rebound. It's a one-on-one situation. And here's Thompson for 3. Pure from 3-point range.
And just Shakespearean there. A smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Clock at 6. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Right around 3 minutes into this second half.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to De Silva. Shot clock at 5. The 3 ball.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
The 3 from Thompson. And he can't get that one. Fires the 3. Poirier with the rebound. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
The 3 from Thompson. Fires in the triple. Thompson's got 9 points now in the second half.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Poirier passes to Larkin from deep. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Substitution on the court.
Thompson fires from way outside. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Let's go with a three. And it's Smits with a rebound. Smits has got 8 rebounds in the game. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. The offensive rebound. Here's Thompson. He nails it. That's his 5th make in 11 tries.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
First personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Bryant from deep three-point land. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Johnson, and it's Willis in at the 3. Now here's Edwards. Defense right on him. Six to shoot. Booker with a screen on Bryant. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Edwards. From outside the arc. The rebound by Willis. They're looking to trim the deficit to single digits. Johnson passes to Aturu. Bryant outside. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Covered by Bryant. Drains the triple.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
Takes a 3. Here's Oturu. Pass to Willis. Second shot opportunity. The shot comes out. Takes the 3. Oturu with the rebound. Oturu's got 4 rebounds in the game. And here's Johnson from behind the arc. That shot is off. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Sinks it from distance. Give him 20.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
Puts up a deep 3. Booker, the pass to Edwards. Offline with a 3. Pass to Willis. The jumper from the wing off target.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Johnson with a bucket.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Booker with a screen on Bryant. Lets it go from deep. The kick out to Edwards. Here's the 3. Hits the trifecta.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Here's Beaubois. Launches it from deep. The shot, no good.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Here's Oturu. Nails it from 3. Oturu's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
And stolen by Booker. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. The 3 sends it home from three-point land.
The way they dominated, they earned the dub tonight.
Now, these nights last a long time when you just go out there and you outwork your opponent. You know that that's going to pay dividends. Tonight it's going to come in a win.
Fires away from way outside. The rebound by Willis. 43 seconds left in the fourth. Johnson for 3. Knocks down the long J.
Johnson.
And here's Edwards. Outside Booker. Back to Edwards. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Fires from way outside. It's not going to go for him. Fires away from way outside. And so the road team gets the W in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one would...
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Jack in at the 3 slot. Jack passes to Musa. Six on the shot clock from outside the arc. Here's Tavares and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Musa. Here's Campazzo. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Nwora. Deck pulls it in. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Musa. Three-pointer. And it's Smith with the rebound. Thompson right side. And it's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And this is what it's all come to. The end of the season power rankings. And you take a look at this home team. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
And you know right now for the visiting team, they're exactly the team we all thought they'd be. A dangerous club, no doubt. They're not the title favorites, but it's not outside the realm that this team can get it done.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Thompson comes with the double team. Campazzo, the pass to Deck. Garuba hands it from downtown.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's Larkin. The tray. And Garuba pulls it down. Pass to Tavares. Takes the 3. To the wing on the left. Hits it from three-point range. Campazzo's got 6.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Jack passes to Tavares. Here's Musa. He's covered by Thompson. Musa can't hit.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
They set the pick. Here's Larkin. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Musa passes to Deck. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Thompson surveying the floor to end the run. Here's Poirier. And the layup falls.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Here's Musa. Hasn't made one yet. Lets the 3 fly. They grab their own miss. Tavares plays it up off the glass.
Boy, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
Nwora, the pass to Larkin. To the inside. 102 left to play here in the first. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Drops in the tray.
Yeah, great outside shooting. Really fueling this run.
Here's Poirier. Second shot opportunity. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one. Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Tries again. And it's Smith with the rebound. Garuba's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Thompson outside. And the 3 off target. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Garuba's shot is off.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter. Still trying to find his rhythm.
Larkin can't get it to go.
and not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Smits. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And now, here's Hazonia. Five to shoot. And finish off by Hazonia.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Pass to Ibaka. And here is Hazonia. He's guarded by Johnson. Hazonia's shot is off.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
A shot by Johnson, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Inside. Count that one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Now, here's Johnson. He has yet to score. The putback. The rebound by Ibaka. And now, here's Hazonia. Covered by Johnson.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Three-pointer, Willis. A rebound by Hazonia. One-on-one fast break. Here's Ibaka. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
From deep, Bryant. The shot comes out. And now, here's Hazonia. He's guarded closely. Pass to Ibaka. Off target from outside. Here's Oturu. Hazonia defending. To the left wing. Ibaka for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Ibaka's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
And now, here's Hazonia. He's got 7.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
Pass to Ibaka. Hazonia with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. There's the drive. And finish off by Hazonia.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they? Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Outside, Bryant. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Ibaka looking for an opening. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Ibaka's got 7 points in the game.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Willis, no good. Confident play we're seeing out of him.
Yeah, and the scoreboard tells the story.
Boba pulls it in. Outside Bryant. Here's Oturu, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Here's the three. They get the rebound. Here's Huey. Here's Azania. And we've reached halftime in this one. Up by 12. Step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played for every team in the league, so I'd like to ask him first, Ernest.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the visiting team.
Bid?
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. The visitors with the ball. Thompson is out there with Larkin. And it's Smits in at the 4. Pass to Musa. Lets it go with the 3. Good on the triple. Musa's got his second bucket.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
And it's Campazzo in at the point. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Fast break, here they come. From deep. Mora, that's good. Mora's got 5 now.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Here's Musa. He's covered by Thompson. Musa passes to Tavares. Here's Musa. 6 to shoot. Here's the screen. Pass to Depp. Unloads. Poirier grabs the miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Thompson with the bucket.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Deck. Mora grabs the board.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
That free throw good from Thompson.
At the line for 2.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
And there's the drive. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage. That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
To the middle. Here's Garuba. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Here's Deck. And that one drops for him.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Deck's gone 50% so far. 2 of 4 shooting. Here's Nora. Who's back up to the right side. There's the 3. Larkin can't get it to go.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him. Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
Mora's gone 5 of 7 from the field. That's over 71% actually. Let's go. Musa with the bucket. Musa's got his 3rd bucket of the night. 3rd quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game. And that's helped them stake this lead.
And he makes both free throws. 1:15 left to play in the 3rd. Mora, that's good. Mora's got 12 points in just the 2nd half.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Musa passes to Hazania. And it's Smith with the rebound. Smith has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Thompson for the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc. Thompson's got 7 now in this quarter.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Garuba. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Lets it go from deep. Here's Smits. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Pass to Musa. 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Here's Tavares. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the 2nd chance bucket right there.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Nice shot by Larkin.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And as we end the 3rd quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Johnson, also Willis out there. And it's Oturu in at the 5 down low.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
Now here's Bobois. The putback, it's good on the putback.
They found the touch from the field here in the 2nd half. It was a struggle in that 1st.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It will be a rejump.
Pass to Azania. Here's Garuba. Back to Hazonia. Sinks the triple.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from 3-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Now here's Bryant. Bobois with the ball. Back to Bryant. Now Bobois. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. It's good from long range.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Campazzo. Hezonja on the wing. He's covered by Willis. Finished off by Hezonja. Here's Beaubois. Pass to Willis. Fires the three. A rebound by Hezonja. Willis has gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. Here's Musa. Garuba the pass to Hezonja. And finish off by Hezonja.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Johnson can't hit.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And you gotta love the effort. I mean, he battles just as hard on the inside as he does on the perimeter.
Three-pointer, Willis. Rebound by Tavares. Tavares has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And stolen by Bryant. And here we go. Fires the three. Musa grabs the miss.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
Outside, Willis. Johnson, the pass to Willis. Outside, Bryant. Johnson sets the screen for Bryant. It's good from the top of the key.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Here's Musa. Bryant defending. Garuba's shot is off.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Bryant the pass to Oturu. Launches it. Bryant can't get that one to fall.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Full team foul. Johnson. First personal foul. First team foul.
And now, here's Hezonja. He's covered by Willis. Hezonja's shot is off.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Picked off in midair. There's 45 seconds left in the game. The shot's good. What a difference in this crowd right now.
That's how you silence a building.
And here's Bryant outside. Offensive rebound. The shot, no good. Pass to Hezonja. Here's Campazzo. He's covered by Beaubois. Garuba's shot is off. Faint looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
From deep three-point territory, offline. And so the road team gets the W in this one. A solid win on the road for them. This build.